I definitely would use Blackboard Learn or any other learning management system, or even just have an online component to it. I think a blended learning environment adds some opportunities and enriches the learning experience. So for example, there are things that the classroom-based experience is probably likely quite superior to an online environment, and if that's the case, if you're running a lab or you're running simulations, then that's really important to do that in the classroom. However, a lot of the work that could be done prior to coming to class, or work that can be extended, so the things we experience in the classroom can be extended using the asynchronous tools available to us. So again, I think that with good design behind it, a blended course is a very, very powerful tool for on-campus instructors.
I do use Blackboard in my face-to-face courses. There are some invaluable things there. Face-to-face, my first year, of course, taught it like I would have K-12. So we had papers due or whatever, students would hand them in to me in paper form and whatnot, and that was okay, like that worked, but that's not how people are now. Like, they don't want to come to class and hand in a paper. They want to email it when they're ready. And I notice that as I evolve in my position here, in my role here, I'm a lot more flexible. I value learning more than deadlines. Yes, students need to submit things, but if they don't not everybody learns at the same rate. And if they need the day's lesson to really understand a concept and they want to go back and they want to fix their work after and submit it 2 days later, great. But what that caused problems with was students would email me papers and it would be in my inbox. And if I was looking on my iPhone, I had no way to take that paper and drop it into the folder that I needed to drop it into in order to stay organized, and that started causing a lot of problems with more and more classes that I was teaching. So I take the Blackboard tool, the assignment maker, and I make a space for them to submit their papers, and then they just go on there, they submit them, they're all there waiting for me, and it's an incredible tool, and it's quite simple, and I don't know why I didn't do it before. Yeah, there's a little bit of learning the first time, but it's done and it's simple, and then I don't have to go back to my inbox, find whoever is missing and try to get that paper, or continuously have to delete messages because my U of S inbox is full, because that happens all the time too. So I really, really like that tool. I use it for email as well, emailing the whole class. I use it for posting work that students have done. Like if a student has done a presentation, I'll say, do you mind going ahead and posting that in this week's discussion, which they do, because then they're in charge and it removes me from the loop. So I use that. I have yet to use the assessment tools online for my face-to-face classes. I don't yet use that. I don't know when I will. I figure sometime I will, but I don't yet.
Most of our courses could be characterized as blended. And blended by, you can show up and be there or be online. Most of them, not all of them. We have quite a different mixture of things. But I use BB Learn, yes, even if I'm teaching a conventional class. Okay, I like online discussions for the reasons I've talked about earlier in your course, but that you can see learning happen. Well, I've kind of gotten hooked on that, so that even when I hold discussions and conversations in my conventional classes, I still want to see other kinds of explicit types of learning. And I find that those kinds of online discussion boards particularly provide me a window that's not as intrusive for students. It's not like another writing assignment for them necessarily. And I also find that writing skills improve dramatically over the operation of a course, and certainly the operation of a program, just by the repeated exercise of taking ideas and running them through your fingers. Okay, I really do think that kind of thing works. I use a lot of different kinds of social media, though, in classes. I mean, I might bring people in with Skype or something like that, or we might have an Illuminate or conversation. We do all kinds of things, and I think that's the key, is trying to meet the circumstance. I have some classes that are studio based, and some people are at a distance and some are face to face. And those are a particular challenge, but I'm always looking for ways to make that barrier, that distance, not just translucent, but I want to make it disappear. I want people to literally be in a learning zone where when it's at its best, they forget they're online.